planning to go into even heavier economic build, might put down a third hatchery. We saw a drone there at about the 1 o'clock position, thinking about putting down a hatchery for Great. So yeah, and the hatchery is now going down. So that's the gas expansion. Much riskier than just taking the mineral only, but it also does indicate that Great at least is expecting this to go into a longer game. So we'll see whether he's able to hold that, though. Jaedong still has a number of Lings out in the field, and he has this Mutalisk force. So it's the onus now is going to be on Great to protect that expansion, because I think Jaedong did see it. I think Jaedong had some sort of air unit up there, or maybe I'm remembering wrong. I think he had something there spotting that. It might still be hidden. If it's hidden, then that's obviously a good thing for Great, and Jaedong may be caught blindsided by this. Picking off a few Lings in the field, wow. Yeah, those Mutas just decimating that Ling force. And now Jaedong is going to take his own third base, and is also going to be in an exposed location. So, quid pro quo. I guess Jaedong's going to have to do some defending too, but Jaedong is in a pretty good position now. He seems to have map control. Great's venturing out with these little Ling forces. Okay, and now Jaedong's running up, and he's going to try to take out that base with Lings. Meanwhile, his Mutas are just stalling, and they're going to try to keep Great's Mutaforce from running up to reinforce that base and take out those Lings. We'll see who's going to win this Ling battle. It looks like Great has a few more Mutas, but Jaedong's bringing in another Muta to support. No, it looks like Jaedong is going to take this battle, and Great's retreating. Great's falling back to his spore colonies, and wow, I'm sure that hatchery is down by now, and Jaedong's coming out of that with a lot of Mutas. So Jaedong now has a decisive advantage in this game. Two Lings trying to snipe Jaedong's hatchery, but that's not going to work. They get shut down immediately. And Jaedong now is going to be running at 3 bases against 2. Great invested the minerals in that hatchery, and it went down very quickly without producing any return. A drone spawning there from that lone larva. We'll see whether it tries to plop down that hatchery again, but I don't think that would be well advised. Now he's taking the mineral only. He realizes that he's going to need that extra mineral intake, but that he can't support that base at the 1 o'clock. So now we'll see. Yup, third gas is going down for Jaedong, so this is the difference between the more cautious third base that Great's been forced to take versus this 9 o'clock expansion of Jaedong's. Jaedong's going to have access to half again as much gas, and since it looks like, okay, Queen's Nest now going down for Great. Great is going to switch into Hive Tech, which I think is the smart thing to do because he's been denied that third gas. He needs to get some other countervailing advantage. It could be a crack upgrade for his Lings. It could be a switch into some other sort of... I mean, I'm not going to predict a switch into greater Spire Tech, because that's... well, it's possible. It's possible, because Devourers only cost 50 gas as opposed to 100 minerals to morph. So they're actually... relatively mineral intensive relative to Muta and Scourge production. So I think we might see a greater Spire with Devourers, which is a fairly well, I don't want to say fairly common in ZvZ play, because games even making it to this point is very uncommon, but it is about the most common Hive Tech, and it'll probably combine with some Defilers. So I'm guessing we're going to see Greater Spire and Defilers, assuming Great can survive that long. Jaedong's Mutas are wreaking some havoc in here. They pick off one Spore Colony, pick off a couple Scourge. So we'll see. It's I think, a race against time for Great to get that Greater Spire Tech and ideally get those Defilers out into the field. If he can do that in time, then Jaedong's going to be in a lot of trouble, because one plague on those clump of Mutas, and yup, there's the Defiler Mound going down, and oh, Hydralisk then, so maybe it is going to be a switch into Hydras. That would be very interesting, and that also makes sense given that Great's been forced to take that mineral only third, because again, that's a that's a tech that's relatively mineral intensive and gas light, and that'll suit the resources the Great has available to him. Jaedong's Muta is running in, sniping another spore colony. Oh man, they're going to go all in, try to take out this base. They've taken out 2 spore colonies, 3 spore colonies, 4, and the last spore colony is about to go down. Great's not even trying to defend, he's going in for a counterattack, and oh man, that hive is going to go down. Another creep colony coming out. Great's going to have to do a lot of damage with this counterattack. I don't know if he's going to be able to, but no spore colonies at Jaedong's base, so I don't know. This may actually... wow. Great's just raining down destruction on Jaedong's base now. Going for the Spire. The Spire goes down. Jaedong has no Spire. He has a gigantic number of Mutalisks, though, so Jaedong's coming back with this huge force of Mutalisks to try to defend his bases before Great can take out all his drones. And Great's Mutalisks are just going to be wiped off the map now. He doesn't have nearly enough Mutas to... sustain this defense. 2 Defiler Mounts going down, and we saw this also in the Junie Hero game. I guess it's to get Plague and Consume both at the same time, I would assume. Jaedong's putting another Spire down now. Lots of spore colonies here to defend. We'll see whether Jaedong goes in. Jaedong has a lot of Mutas. I think he could just go in and wipe the floor with Great right now, and ignore all this, or take out all the spore colonies. He's going to take out the mineral only third. I think this game is pretty much over. Yup. GG coming from Great. So unfortunately we didn't get to see the hive tech. No defilers, no hydralisks, but very good, exciting game. It's been about 24 minutes now, so an incredibly long ZvZ, and despite all the unusualness of it, the outcome is very normal and very predictable, namely Jaedong wins and takes this third set for Lake Hava's. So I hope you enjoyed this game. This has been Hamilcar. Bye-bye.